Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Welcome to this channel. If you're new here, consider subscribing because I talk a lot about the coming of the Mahdi, the Dajjal, Ya'juj and Ma'juj. So again, if you're new here, consider subscribing. Today's video, the one I'm not very happy about, even though we talk about how one party, whatever they're doing, they're trying their best to make an influence for the Muslims around the world. Even though we talk about that, but nevertheless, we never expected that this trying to influence the Muslims, will come to this point where now we are seeing clear divisions between the Turkish and the Saudi Arabian government. So I'm going to be playing this video in a second, and inshallah we'll make some comment and go from there. So let's take a listen first, inshallah.
Why is Saudi Arabia so obsessed with Turkey? Recently, Saudi Arabia's Chamber of Commerce called upon its citizens to boycott all things Turkish.
So the first thing you notice is that these people are saying, and obviously the reporter is a pro-Turkey reporter, he's saying that Saudi Arabia, UAE, all of these countries, and we know that they are obsessed with Turkey. And subhanAllah, the reason for that is because they are seeing Turkey as a big problem in the region. So yes, they are talking about it. They are always in fact talking about it, and the only thing really concern them is Turkey. So let's take a listen more.
Everything from coffee to TV dramas to vacations. Relations between Saudi Arabia and Turkey have been strained since the brutal murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi by a Saudi hit squad in Istanbul in 2018. The two countries. So
this is really when it all started. You remember this thing happening with this reporter Jamal. The brother, he was in Turkey, and it happened, I believe, 2018, almost more than actually 2 years ago. This is when it all really started between Turkey and Saudi Arabia. If Turkey decided at that time to keep quiet and not say anything about Turkey, especially in this case of about Saudi Arabia, in this case of Jamal Khashoggi, then wallahi, like I can tell you that Saudi Arabia today would not do what they're doing with Turkey. This is when really it all started. And dear brothers and sisters, we have to understand one thing, is that if you do something silly, you do not get angry when somebody will point it out. Like whatever Saudi Arabia did, I do not know the facts, okay? I do not know. But if you are doing something silly, and then the whole world talks about it, and then one country you pick and choose simply because you can do it, wouldn't really make any progress and will not solve your problem. So let's take a listen more.
Have also found themselves on the opposite sides of many conflicts. The Saudis and their Gulf allies have propped up a Libyan warlord, an Egyptian dictator, and a Syrian war criminal, while Turkey has supported their opponents. And Turkey has also come to the aid of tiny Qatar, which Saudi Arabia has bullied and blockaded for more than 3 years.
These are Turkish troops arriving in Qatar. They are part of a long-standing military agreement between the two countries, but whose deployment was expedited at a time Qatar is facing a blockade by 3 of its GCC neighbors.
Now this really worries me, because one thing you talk about it, okay, one thing you talk about it, you don't agree with the other people, and the other thing is that you are actually sending military, right? In this case they're sending militaries. I'm not sure if you could actually see it before, but I made a mistake, but let me minimize that a little bit more. So what really makes me worry, dear brothers and sisters, is this: sending tanks, to Qatar. These Turkish tanks, they're sending this to Qatar, is just incredible. You do not see this kind of equipments, military equipments, unless you go to
Turkish troops.
Unless you go to some kind of like a battle or something like that. So obviously this is very ominous that these countries are now going to the point where they're willing to send their militaries. So take a listen more.
3 of its GCC neighbors.
Turkish companies have stepped up support for Qatar since President Recep Tayyip Erdogan came out and backed the Gulf state.
And now, the region's worst kept secret is spilling out into the open. The UAE and Bahrain have abandoned the Palestinians to cozy up to Israel, something that couldn't have happened without Saudi blessing. It's clear that Riyadh wants to keep the status quo in the region by supporting the worst regimes, and it's annoyed that Turkey isn't playing along.
Kimi bölge ülkelerinin yöneticilerinin kendilerini inkar edercesine yürüttükleri akılla, mantıkla, insafla, vicdanla uyuşmayan politikalar krizi daha da derinleştiriyor.
But is there more behind Saudi Arabia's contempt for Turkey? Maybe, despite having trillions in oil money, the Saudi...
Also, I want to point out one more thing here is that Saudi Arabia, they are supporting this country, Israel, and they are targeting Turkey because Turkey spoke out against this deal. Turkey has been against any kind of normalization with Israel, okay, for a long time. And now Bahrain and UAE, whatever they did, it was, as the reporter said, it was the blessing of Saudi Arabia. I mean, if Saudi Arabia did not do it, then obviously if Saudi Arabia did not support them, they will not be able to do it. What I'm showing right now to you on my screen is actually my neighborhood. I was walking around, I make this video, so these cars that you're seeing on the screen is actually from my neighborhood in Canada. So Turkey is now in everywhere. Okay, Turkey is now in Syria. Khalifa Haftar, he is in Libya, and some of you may not know Khalifa Haftar. He is actually not a Muslim. Wallahi, I mean, I was amazed and shocked as to how far they can go. These countries, some of these countries, to support a non-Muslim leader. Like, wallahi, why you are supporting Khalifa Haftar? I mean, you know who is supporting? UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Bahrain. These countries are supporting Khalifa Haftar. Why you are supporting somebody who is not even a Muslim? And yet, when Turkey talks about it and goes against it, they have this problem. Now, again, I hope and pray this situation will change. I'm not going to blame any country. I'm not going to be blamed because these people are, they all of them have their own excuses, okay, for whatever they're doing. So I respect their foreign policy, whatever foreign policy they're making, but at the same time there are some basic common sense questions that I wanted to ask. And let me play you a little bit more.
These have been unable to win the hearts and minds of people the way Turkey has.
Yeah, that's real.
It's the best series ever made.
Ben Süleyman Şahoğlu Ertuğrul.
It's nice, clean, fun entertainment.
Justice, chivalry, and honor.
I've never been so captivated and consumed.
Saudi Arabia felt so threatened by Turkish dramas, they had to ban them. But it's not just in the soft power realm where the two countries have clashed.
SubhanAllah, I mean, I did not realize it, but it is so true, okay? It is so true that because of this Turkish drama, okay, Ertuğrul, if you have watched it, this drama serial, this show, has the potential to brainwash people and bring all the Muslims back to the time of Ottoman Empire. Now, I'm not saying brainwashing here is a negative thing. The reason I'm using this word brainwash, it literally washes your brain. Wallahi, this serial, the show is so good. It's so articulated. It is so articulated, and it was presented in such a professional way. If you watch this show, you will go back to the time of the Ottoman Empire. Okay, that's the point here. And Saudi Arabia is now saying, oh wow, look at these people. They are promoting Khilafah. And Saudi Arabia never, ever, ever would want Ottoman Empire to be back. Never. They do not want Khilafah. Okay, they do not want. Which is something fortunate, unfortunate, I do not know. It's up to you to make a decision about. But Saudi Arabia will do whatever it can to stop any Khilafah coming back. And some of the comments, the nuclear power, assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum assalam, Yusuf Wadi, assalamu alaikum assalam, wa may Allah protect us, amen, MNH, assalamu alaikum, brother, interesting, wa alaikum assalam. Leave your comment, inshallah, if you have any. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing, because I make videos about the current issues, topics on a regular basis. Again, I will see you soon again. Jazakallah khair for tuning in. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.